From Cap Payne Gymnasium at Woodbury High School, Comcast Cablevision presents high school basketball. Today, a Colonial Conference opener between the Thundering Herd of Woodbury High School and the visiting Red Raiders of Paulsboro High School. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Shryock along with Shawn Leary. Comcast coming off a great high school football season, starting basketball today. Shawn with a couple of arch rivals, and this Paulsboro High School basketball team coming off a great 25-4 season, but only one starter back.
That's right. They went to the state finals last season. They're going to return. They're going to need some great play by its only starter. That's Yamin Johnson. This Paulsboro team had a phenomenal season, but to repeat, they're really going to have to step up with some young players playing some contributing minutes.
But that Yamin a great player, Shawn. He's already proven himself with a couple of great Paulsboro teams. He can score. He can assist the basketball. Does it all.
Yeah, he really does it all. He can slash to the basket, has a great outside shot. What he's really going to need to do is get his teammates involved, not try and play above him. He's going to have to tone his game down because he's such a phenomenal player that he's going to have to make players around him better for this team to succeed.
Woodbury actually coming off a poor season, 5-19, but they have a little more experience back, and they're led by another real good football player, Marvin McKinney.
Yeah, Marvin McKinney, he's a real interesting story. He's only 5'11", Bob. He led his team in rebounding, assists, and points last season. Really did it all for his team. They have an entire starting unit coming back. It's going to be the expectations are pretty high here at Woodbury to see what these guys can do. If they're having all that experience last year, they just need some big play by McKinney.
Okay, good test coming up for both Paulsboro and Woodbury right after this. Shawn Leary and Bob Shryock at Woodbury High School, start of the Colonial Conference and South Jersey basketball season today. Pretty good crowd on hand for this afternoon contest. The officials for today's game, Dwight Roche with the basketball, his partner Tim Malloy, and of course longtime rivals in all sports. Woodbury and Paulsboro are getting ready to go to start the basketball season. And we'll have another jump ball. Coaches today, Byron Dixon making his debut as head basketball coach at Paulsboro High School, his alma mater, and Tom Bowe continuing to coach Woodbury High School. Paulsboro getting the opening tap, and that's Yamin Johnson. We'll hear his name a lot today. He's a great all-around player. In the lane, blocked beautifully by Patterson. Breakaway layup is good! And quickly on the Stokes basket, Woodbury ahead 2-0 after the great block by Patterson set it up.
Yeah, terrific block on the inside, and then a terrific pass also by McKinney, who gets the assist.
Oh, Johnson from way out walks with the ball before the 30-foot jump shot. It'll be Woodbury basketball. They already lead it 2-0. Good start for the Thundering Herd. Schmidt inbounding for Woodbury. Marvin McKinney will run the offense. Paulsboro setting up in a 1-2-2 zone. Good ball movement by the Herd. Forced pass inside, stolen by Knight for the Red Raiders.
McKinney pats himself on the chest, knowing that that's his fault. He's got to ease up on that pass.
Johnson forces it inside, forces the shot. It misses. Nice rebound by Patterson, who's made a couple good early plays for Woodbury. They lead it 2-0 and have the basketball.
Well, they don't have a lot of size here in Woodbury, so Patterson's going to play a key role in this team's success.
That's McKinney with the ball out front along with Stokes. Very, very patient. One shot, no good, and the rebound snared by Tarpley. Paulsboro still looking for its first points. They trail it 2-0. Johnson, jump shot blocked. Great block. Excellent block by Stokes. That's two great blocks by Woodbury here in the opening minutes. Part of the Woodbury cheering section loves that. Two good defensive plays.
Yeah, Woodbury's really come out here and played aggressively on the defensive end with a couple of blocks. They're going to just have to keep on hustling after Yamin Johnson. You'll see 1 or 2 guys on him every time he touches the basketball.
They swing it around to Folks. Cross-court pass. Good defense by Woodbury. They are tough with that zone in the early going. Johnson, deep shot, no good. And a rebound by Stokes. Woodbury playing well defensively and rebounding the basketball. McKinney misses the shot. And the rebound taken down by Revels. Johnson forcing it inside. They'll call an offensive foul on him. It looks early here, Shawn, like Johnson might be trying to do a little bit too much.
And that's what they don't want him to do, is try and force the issue and try to do too much for this team. He's got to let the game come to him, settle the team down, and make the players better around him. You see Johnson just a little out of control here. Nice job there by Stokes, drawing the charge, putting his feet in position.
Both teams playing zones. Good pass inside. Turnaround shot. Good by Patterson, who's been an impact player in the first couple of minutes. It's 4-0 Woodbury.
Well, Woodbury's the team. Most of this team is composed of football players and one soccer player. And doing that football 7-on-7 during the summertime, Tom Bowe wasn't able to have these guys working on their basketball games. So throughout the summer, Woodbury wasn't able to play. And then they went to the finals in football.
Stolen by McKinney, and Woodbury's defense, the story of the game early here. Open for the shot in the corner, no good. And 3 Paulsboro players battling for the rebound. That's going to be a jump ball. 5:03 to play first period. Woodbury leading 4-0.
Ball's going to come off the rim, and there's 3 guys after it. No one talking to each other, no communication.
And as a result,
before that, with the possession arrow, goes to Woodbury.
Inbounding, a set play. McKinney open for the shot, passes it up. That's Stokes with the ball. Good pass inside. Patterson, no good. Rebounded by Knight. And Paulsboro badly needs a basket. They are scoreless. Great hustle by McKinney.
That's a good call.
And then a push-off foul called against Tarpley. Good call by Dwight Roche.
Well, Woodbury looks like the team that's had more practice. Paulsboro getting bounced from the playoffs early in football. Woodbury making it all the way to the finals. So, Bob, Woodbury's only had 1 week to practice. And again, not practicing at all during the summertime. And these guys are touching the basketball and getting on the court for the first time in maybe 6, 7, 8 months.
Paulsboro with his first substitution, Gaines in the game. Cross-court pass to Stokes. Long shot, no good. Quickly up court, but a good hustle, excellent hustle by Muse, but he was out of bounds. Boy, that is good hustle by Muse getting back to make that play.
Terrific hustle by the big guy. Brandon Moose, 6'1", 240, Bob.
Wide open in the corner, the missed shot, however. Paulsboro keeps it in play, and I tell you, Woodbury's defense. Great outlet pass by Muse to McKinney. That'll be a goaltending call, or will it be a foul call? Did they call goaltending or not?
They're not.
Tom Bowe wants goaltending. I think this is goaltending. Let's see this again. Well, Muse makes a tremendous play there, Shawn.
Great kick out to McKinney, who's running the floor. McKinney goes up.
Oh, that ball was released. That's a basket.
And that's Marcus Knight coming from behind. Good hustle by him. You know, and that just goes to show you the good hustle does pay off. You don't get the goaltending call. And now forces McKinney to go to the line.
5-0 Woodbury at 4:10 of the first period. I love Muse's play. Boy, he got that loose ball and kicked it out quickly. Woodbury looks sharp here in the first period. The southpaw McKinney hits both at 6-0. All Woodbury early on. And we played half the first period. Paulsboro not on the scoreboard. They're having trouble penetrating, Shawn.
Yeah, Woodbury doing a nice job of closing everything deep.
Now there's good ball movement. They get their first basket. Excellent ball movement sets up the Knight hoop. And it's 6-2 Woodbury.
That's a good point, Bob. They did a nice job of working the ball around, getting the extra pass, and finding a man open in the middle.
Blocking foul called on Knight.
Knight's a guy who played last year sparingly. 6'3", the senior, going to go up against the big 240-pounder. Throws a little shoulder into him, gets called for the block.
Spence in the game for Paulsboro. Muse misses a shot, but he's fouled. Brandon Muse, a senior, will go to the line with 2 shots.
That Muse is thick. He's a guy that creates a lot of space down in the middle. They're going to need a nice rebounding season from him. Woodbury doesn't have a whole lot of size, Bob, but you have that big wide body with Muse and Patterson who can sky.
It's 7-2 Woodbury, and Woodbury has made all 3 of its foul shots. 3:41 to go first period. And they're 4 for 4 at the line. 8-2, Woodbury leading. Johnson looking for his first points. Woodbury pushing that Paulsboro way out on the offense.
You know what?
That zone.
Their big guys. Dixon's going to call a timeout. Their big guys have to move better than that without the ball.
We'll take timeout. 8-2 Woodbury. .323 to play first period. Woodbury 8, Paulsboro 2. Shawn Leary and Bob Shryock with this Colonial Conference season opener for both teams. And Dixon took the timeout, I imagine, to try to figure out how to penetrate this Woodbury zone, which is like a 2-3 zone. Johnson gets the double team. That's Spence with the ball. He takes a long jump shot, no good. Good offensive board, turnaround, nicely done by Gaines, the sophomore, and it's 8-4. Got the offensive board, put it back. McKinney, good pass to Muse, goes baseline, good pass, excellent pass from Muse to Patterson, and it's 10-4 Woodbury. I like Muse's play again.
Yeah, he's really hustling.
Whoa, look at this one. Way off the line. Offensive board again by Gaines, and he'll go to the line with 2.
It's just great passing here. Good look by McKinney. Throws it over to Muse. He's going to drive and find
nice
Patterson underneath, and that's just terrific passing, working the perimeter and getting an easy bucket.
Absolutely. Gaines at the line with 2 shots. So Gaines with a couple of good offensive rebounds here in the last minute. 2:35 left in the first, and a really nice crowd on hand for this season opener. A little backboard action by Gaines. It's 10-5. He's got 3 of the 5 Paulsboro points coming off the bench.
Good looking sophomore, 6'2".
Muse with another good play. Stokes. McKinney back to Stokes. Cross court to Muse, wide open, backs off and in and out. And Gaines, who is really making his presence felt, with another rebound. Johnson, good pass. And a nice rebound snared by Schmidt.
That's the difference in last year. Last year, Johnson makes that pass. It's finished by one of the big guys. This season, all these young players, Johnson has to realize who he's passing the ball to.
Patterson called for the travel. It'll be Paulsboro ball. 1:56 to go first quarter, and it's a 10-5 Woodbury lead.
But last year you had George Davis, Roan, of course, Russell Carter, who went to Notre Dame.
Little left-handed shot. How about that guy, Tamar Gaines? He has 5 of the 7 points for Paulsboro coming off the bench, and Paulsboro has reduced its deficit to 3 at 10-7. Pretty good ball game. Muse looked inside to Schmidt, but Schmidt wasn't looking. Johnson pulls up, takes the shot, misses, but is fouled, and he'll go to the line with a couple. So Johnson has been unable to get on track shooting the basketball, but he'll go to the line here. Yamin Johnson, terrific as a freshman, even better as a sophomore with that great 25-4 Paulsboro team a year ago, and he'll be the leader of this Red Raider club as a junior.
Scored 34 in a playoff game last year, so you know he can light it up. We're talking to Coach Byron Dixon before the game, Bob. He was saying that they didn't realize how good of a scorer he could be coming into this season in some of the scrimmages and practices they have had so far. Just a terrific basketball player.
So you mean with his first point of the season, he'll try to get another, and now Paulsboro within a pair at 10-8. 1:17 to go first period. Yamin hits them both. It's a 10-9 Woodbury lead. McKinney across the timeline, running the attack for the Thundering Herd. Looking to inside, kicks it out. Good pass to Muse, no good. And the rebound by the newcomer, Lance Moore, for Paulsboro. And Paulsboro with a chance to take its first lead. Oh, long, deep shot is hit, a three-pointer by Scott Spence, and just that quickly, Paulsboro with its first lead at 12-10.
Well, so far we've seen that 5'8" sophomore is not afraid to take a shot. Two long three-pointers, good on one now. Paulsboro, after starting very slow, can go into the second quarter with a lead and stop here.
Stokes and McKinney, good pass by Schmidt. And the ball was thrown away. Paulsboro on the run, quickly down the lane. Good follow, nicely by Johnson. And it's a 14-10 Paulsboro lead, and they really turned this around in a hurry. 10 seconds. Schmidt inside. He misses. Good offensive board and a swat. Nice play by Johnson inside, doing it at both ends. And Woodbury turns it over. All of a sudden, the momentum is completely changed in this game, Sean.
And it started when sophomore Samar Gaines came into the game.
That's right.
And gave them some type of an inside presence.
Now they got to get one off quickly here. It's 3 seconds. Johnson will take it from almost midcourt. Oh, he hit it! Oh! Yamin Johnson from just over midcourt with the three-pointer. A blistering run by Paulsboro at the end of the quarter. They lead at 17-10. We'll take a break. Point run by Paulsboro to wrap up the first quarter. They turned a 10-4 deficit into a 17-10 lead. They have the ball as we begin quarter number 2 from the corner. A missed offensive rebound chance missed. Stokes quickly up court to Marvin McKinney. Missed a layup and a rebound by Moore, but a steal and a basket by McKinney. They needed that one. It's 17-12 and the pace really picking up.
And I really think that favors Paulsboro. I think they have the better athletes on the court that can really get up and down. And at Woodbury, I think they want to deny as many looks as possible for number 34 and play good team defense. They should be able to get back into this game.
Good ball movement. The shot missed. And the loose ball taken away from Muse by Johnson. So Paulsboro keeps possession. Johnson with the shot. No good. Gets his own rebound. Reverse layup, misses, but he's fouled. And you're beginning to see, Sean, the talent that this young man has.
Well, I think he's a better player when he drives to the basket, because one thing he's going to do is draw the defense to him, and it's going to make the players around him better. Of course, then he gets himself to the line, and that should also open up his outside game. The beginning of the game, he kind of was standing around the perimeter.
18-12, Johnson perfect at the line so far, 3 for 3. And Woodbury calls timeout with 7:02 to play in the half, and Paulsboro, which got off to a sluggish start, leading 18-12. Tom Bowe, the head basketball coach at Woodbury High School. He's been around for a few years. Of course, city administrator for the city of Woodbury. He was 5-19 last year. His composite record 27-46.
You know, he really likes this team that he has coming into the season. And I don't blame him. He's got a lot of experience out there, and the team knows the offense. You know, they didn't practice up until this week, but they knew this program and how he likes to run things. So that enabled Woodbury to start right in for the first day of practice, only get a week in, but it was a productive week.
With one more. Perfect. The line 4 for 4, 19-12. Paulsboro leads. Stokes for Woodbury. And McKinney on a wing. Good pass inside. Defensive play by Folks, who's a defensive specialist for Paulsboro, only a sophomore.
Yeah, a terrific defensive player, and a guy who's going to be making a lot of noise within these next couple of years at Paulsboro High School, not only as a basketball player, but also as a football player.
Woodbury ball, they trail by 7. Stolen away by Johnson, a 2-on-2. Oh, nice pass, but it gets away from Spence, but a good idea by Johnson, just a little bit too far in front of the cutting Spencer.
Well, see, that's the difference from last year to this year. And Coach Dixon and I were talking about Johnson not having those big guys around who could run the court as good as they did last season. He's got to tone that game down. He can't really make too many of those passes this season.
Good job inside by Folks of Paulsboro. It's 19-12, the Red Raiders, and they have the basketball. Johnson over midcourt, about where he hit that three-pointer to end the first period.
That's not saying Dixon doesn't want his team to run the fast break at all, but he has to pick and choose when he's going to make those passes.
Gaines probably would have been better served to shoot that one. Stolen away by Folks. Talked about his defense, and he's starting to make some plays. Moore out front along with Folks. Johnson in the corner. Oh, he hits a layup and is fouled. Great play by Amin Johnson. Chance for a three-pointer. They held him the first 5 or 6 minutes, John, but he's been on fire since.
Last season, he scored 34 in a playoff game, including 18 in a row by himself. So this guy can really light it up in a hurry. He can take a game over.
He is perfect at the foul line, 4 for 4. Misses this one, and the rebound by Stokes for Woodbury. Travel call. Woodbury will turn it over to the Red Raiders, who are now up by 9 after trailing 10-4. So since then, it's been 17-2 run for Paulsboro. Pass inside to Gaines, who's been a presence. The baseline move, but gotten back, missed shot, and taken down by Stokes. McKinney running. There's a slap the ball. Gaines with the foul on Stokes, will go to the line with 2 shots. Stokes only a sophomore, good-looking sophomore for the Thundering Herd.
He comes back with McKinney as 2 of the top offensive threats for the Herd, and he's just going to fake the pass there and go up, get it over top. Doesn't get it to drop. Gets himself to the line. This is where Woodbury needs to convert, stay into this game.
Stokes
draw some fouls
with 2.
Make them count.
On the first, they needed that one, 21-13. They've been a bit of a scoring drought for the Thundering Herd. Schmidt back in the contest for Woodbury. Both teams substituting liberally here in the first half. And Stokes good on both of his tries, 21-14. Folks for Paulsboro. Left-handed shot, no good. Nice rebound by McKinney. McKinney does a little bit of everything. Slapped away, though, by Johnson. Johnson takes it in. Oh, can he play? Woo, what a play by Yamin Johnson. leading the fast break after the steal and converting on a difficult shot, 23-14.
Yeah, he's a great finisher on the break.
Another Woodbury turnover. Woodbury starting to get a little bit sloppy, taking down the lane and banked home by Folks. All of a sudden, Paulsboro has an 11-point lead, 25-14.
And they're just playing a little too sloppy, Woodbury is. They just got to get into their offense, slow things down, and work the ball around.
McKinney with a long three, in and out. And that Gaines, who Shawn mentioned, when he came in, things turned around. He makes another good rebound with great position. 4 minutes to play first half. Oh, Paulsboro went the first 4 minutes without a point. Good play by Stokes. Johnson takes the shot, misses this one, and the rebound by Schmidt for Woodbury. 25-14, 3:45 to play first half. Shot taken by Pritchett is good for Woodbury. They needed that three, 25-17. So Pritchett, a sophomore, with a big hoop.
Hey, he got himself square, set his feet. Pulls Woodbury within single digits.
Gaines, I like this young man. Whoa, he can play. The sophomore Gaines, who did not start, has been a force. 27-17. Pritchett just hit one. Now he's hit two back-to-back by Pritchett. And it's 27-20. 6 quick points by Pritchett has Woodbury back within striking distance.
Well, same spot. He figures I'm going to fire up another one from this spot. When you get the pass, the clean look, why not?
Johnson gets a double team. Look at this shot. Oh my goodness, are they hitting some bombs in this game. That one by Spence makes it 30-20. Schmidt, good kickback pass into corner. Muse, no good. Good offensive board, and he's fouled. Schmidt gets great position for the rebound and is fouled on the play. He'll get 2 shots. 2-8.
And Muse figures, hey, why don't I take a shot from beyond the arc? And Schmidt does a nice job. Goes back up with it and is hacked from behind. And again, this is where Woodbury needs to convert. Get to the offensive line, hit your free throws.
So Schmidt has 2 shots. One more for Alex Schmidt.
Plus what this does is slows the Paulsboro offense down. Allows Woodbury to get back on defense, set it up, and try and collapse.
Schmidt can't hit either. Nice job by Muse, though, keeping it in play for Woodbury. And McKinney thinks about the shot. Muse guns it in. Whoa, another 3-pointer. So Woodbury with 2 threes by Pritchett and 1 now by Muse, and they're back to within 7 at 30-23. That was a line drive 3. Johnson getting a break here.
Good defense.
Excellent. Double team defense turns the ball over to Woodbury. Johnson on the bench.
And we talked about Gaines coming in for Paulsboro and igniting his team. Right now, little Alan Pritchett, the sophomore, comes in for Woodbury, hits a couple of 3-pointers, causes a turnover. Woodbury needs to convert.
Muse inside to Schmidt. He gets a double team. Muse gets it back, goes baseline. Reverse layup. Oh, almost got a great reverse layup. Brandon Johnson with the rebound for Paulsboro, which is up by 7, minute 30 to go. Look at this 3 again. No good by Spence. Down court to McKinney with the breakaway. Hits it. Woodbury back to 5, within 5, 30-25.
You know, if Woodbury looks at this tape of the first half, they're going to see when they get out of control and try to get too fancy, they turn the ball over and they don't hit their shots.
This shot. Paulsboro keeps it in play. 3-pointer is good by the Folks.
That's Folks from the corner again.
33-25, so both teams raining threes. Under a minute, first half, and it has been a briskly played first half, too. Muse, no good. Folks with the ball.
Again, that's another one of those out-of-control plays. Muse already fired 3 up from that corner, has converted on only 1 of them.
Paulsboro wants the final shot of the half, 32 seconds to go, 33-25, they lead it. Folks will trigger the attack to the basket, 22 seconds. Woodbury sitting in its zone, not coming out. Pretty soon, Folks will start to play with 12 seconds to go. Here he goes. Paulsboro looking for the final shot. 7 seconds. Inside. Oh, nicely done. Knight with the basket. Nicely done by the Raiders. And they get it back to a 10-point lead, 35-25 at the end of the first half. We'll take a break and be right back after this. High school basketball starts today in South Jersey, and Paulsboro with a 10-point lead over Woodbury in their Colonial Conference opener. Shawn Leary along with Bob Shryock. A fast start for Woodbury. They led at 10-4, but since then it's been pretty much all Red Raiders. And Woodbury will have the ball as we begin the second half. Who's that guy, Sean?
Yeah, Mike Ricci was the coach for Paulsboro over the last 7 years. Mike
did a great job, didn't he?
Yeah, led a team to a state final appearance last year and was a terrific coach. He resigned last year. He's now helping the Haddon Heights program as an assistant there.
Turnaround, no good by Patterson. Good job by Muse. Tries to keep it in play, but knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Paulsboro ball.
You know, we were on him talking to him, saying, why, you know, we thought maybe he was going to take a look at a college program, and we thought he was hush-hush on that, but nothing materialized or panned down. And I think he really misses.
Woodbury is going to a man-to-man, and Johnson likes this. He's a one-to-one kind of player. Pass inside, turnaround shot, no good. Offensive board nicely, and the putback by Revels. And Paulsboro with a 12-point lead at 37-25.
Yeah, he's 6'5". He's the biggest guy on the court, and he finally gets his first basket.
McKinney from downtown, three-pointer. It's 37-28. And we've seen some three-point bombs today, Sean.
Yeah, and the little left-hander, he had an open look at the shot, and if you're going to get that open look, you might as well take it.
Johnson misses. Offensive board. In and out, and a nice rebound, a quick outlet by Patterson, 3-on-2. Good pass behind his back. Woodbury keeps it in play. McKinney inside. That was a double dribble.
Yeah, it was a double dribble. He got away with one.
Good defense. Excellent defense by Revels. Paulsboro by 9. Amin Johnson out front against the defense of McKinney.
Good matchup right here with Johnson and McKinney. McKinney allowing Johnson to go to his left. His starting unit for Paulsboro inside. They don't move much without the basketball.
And that'll be a turnover against the Raiders. Johnson was looking for somebody to pick up the ball. That was caused by good defense by McKinney. So 6:04, Woodbury hanging around. They have trailed by as many as 12, now by 9. McKinney again. How about this? 2 deep bombs in a row by McKinney, and Woodbury back within 6 at 37-31. Tom Bowe said he could be a Colonial Conference All-Star pick this year, Marvin McKinney, and he's playing like that today. McKinney was 6 points here early in the third quarter. Left-handed shot blocked nicely by Patterson. Good defensive play by Kean Patterson.
Well, Patterson, he has some long arms, and that allows him to extend himself and get a couple of blocks. And Woodbury just needs to do a better job of boxing out underneath. Otherwise, they could be right into this game.
Johnson wide open for the shot. Misses the three-pointer. Offensive board, put back, nice job by the sophomore Folks. 39-31 Paulsboro.
And again, just Woodbury not boxing out underneath, and that's what they need to do to keep Paulsboro off the boards and get those easy baskets.
Boy, there's a nice defensive play by Folks. We talked about him being a defensive specialist. A little out of control, however, that'll be called a jump ball.
That'll stay Paulsboro's possession.
Pitching in for Muse.
You see Byron Dixon, the new head coach for Paulsboro.
1984 PHS graduate, wide open for the shot. Nobody guarding him, misses the shot. Schmidt with the rebound. Nice save by McKinney. 8-point Woodbury deficit, 4:55 left in the third. Good pass inside to Schmidt, kicks it back outside, open for the three, no good. And Woodbury loses the ball to Revels. So Paulsboro up by 8. Johnson got off to a slow start in the first quarter, picked it up big time, and he has not scored here so far in the third. Wide open for the shot and missing it was Folks.
They're going to get over the back.
Foul. Yeah.
I think they're going to get Robert Revels over the back, 6'5" center. Is called over Schmidt's back. Schmidt with good position there, and that's what you need to do. Make sure you get the good position, force the guy to go over your back. You get the call, you get possession for your team.
Kenny has made a couple of long threes here in the third quarter to get his team back. Look at this one. Gaines, big-time player off the bench. 3-on-3. Johnson is fouled. Amin Johnson, just a junior, should hit 1,000 points this season for his career.
And you see right now what they're doing. Johnson's penetrating into the lane, and that's given Paulsboro the ability to collapse on the boards and get the offensive putbacks. Woodbury extended that Paulsboro offense early in the game and was able to establish a lead.
Johnson misses the first, one more. One of two for Johnson. It's 40-31 for the Red Raiders. 4 minutes to go in the third. Shooting some amazing threes. Patterson with a good rebound, but the Knight with a nice defensive play. And it's a Woodbury foul. Dwight Roach making the call. He's working today with Tim Malloy.
You see the foul. Knight comes down with the basket, with the ball. Pritchett's called for reaching in.
Johnson played by McKinney. 3:45 to go in the third. Paulsboro will keep possession. Since that first quarter deficit, Paulsboro has pretty much maintained a 6 to 10 point lead in this game. That's Folks. And Paulsboro loses it now. Well, they say it's knocked out by Woodbury. Yeah, Tim Malloy, the lead official, is calling it the other way. The officials do not agree on this call. Apparently Malloy overrules Roach, and the ball will go the other way. Yeah,
they're going to give the ball to Paulsboro.
Malloy in the better position to make that call, so he overrules Roche. Folks inbounding. Pace has slowed up since that fast-paced first half.
Johnson really didn't argue that call either. This leads you to believe that it was off of him and not a Woodbury player.
Schmidt with the rebound. Saves it for Pritchett. Pritchett had those back-to-back threes in the first half to help get Woodbury close. Baseline move by McKinney. Almost loses it. Pritchett. No good. Oh, what a nice putback play by Patterson. That was Patterson, right?
Yeah, that was Patterson. That was a terrific job by him of anticipating that ball coming up short.
They redirect Johnson's shot. 2-on-1 thundering Hurd. Pritchett takes it in. He's fouled. Well, Woodbury staying close, 40-33, and they'll have a couple of foul shots.
Well, so far, standing out in this game for me today, the obvious choice is McKinney and Yamin Johnson. But the two sophomores the Woodbury fans must like is this little guy right here, Alan Pritchett. Comes in.
Nice shooting touch. Pritchett good on his first, just a sophomore. It's 40-34. So this will be as close, if he makes this one, as close as Woodbury has gotten since the first quarter.
He's been able to give Woodbury some points off the bench. Likewise is his counterpart, Samar Gaines, the sophomore from Paulsboro.
5-point game. Paulsboro still in the lead. There's one that's forced, no good. And a rebound by Patterson has really played well. McKinney takes it in and hits it, and Woodbury within 3 at 40-37.
And I think that's what he needs to do more of. Try to create, get into the lane, handle the ball as much as possible. And like Yamin Johnson, he can set up his teammates.
All right, Woodbury back in the ball game. 2:04 to play, third quarter. 40-37, Paulsboro leads. Nice bounce back by Woodbury here in the third quarter. They've outscored Paulsboro by 7 in the quarter. Shawn Leary and Bob Shryock bringing you Colonial Conference action from Woodbury High School and the season opener for both schools. A little water on the court that Tim Malloy is trying to take care of. Johnson has been held to 1 point here in the third quarter. He'll inbound for the Red Raiders. 2 minutes to play in the third. Woodbury in that man-to-man defense now. Johnson wide open for the 3, no good. Offensive board taken away by Stokes, but he's called for the foul.
Marcus Knight was able to play a little bit last year. Well, those great seniors on that Paulsboro team. He does a nice job of going up, getting the ball there, and Stokes looked like he had every right to come down when that ball was called for the foul. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Johnson, good job by Yamin Johnson. They needed that basket. 42-37, Red Raiders lead, minute 30 in the third.
There's guys that always seem like they glide through the air, and they're just the terrific players, and Yamin Johnson's one of those guys.
Boy, that's a nice pass and an easy basket for Pritchett, and it's 42-39. That was a good look inside. And stolen away. That could have been a push-off against Stokes. That for the tie, no good. Tip in nicely. Beautiful play by Keon Patterson. Big time play. 42-41. The basket counts. You'll have a chance for a three-pointer. A big time play by Keon Patterson, who I think's played very well, Sean.
He certainly has. He doesn't have the height you're gonna see from most Colonial Conference centers. But what he does there is he just uses his body control, boxes out, gets that arm up, the tip in and good, and now has a chance to tie the game.
Boy, that was a terrific play. Now he can tie it with 57.3 seconds left in the third. No good. Rebound by Revels. Woodbury trailed in this one by 10 at the half. They trail now by 1. So Woodbury's had a big third quarter. Kickback stolen by McKinney. McKinney, whoa, what a move by McKinney, no good. Back by Patterson again. Patterson again. What a play by Kean Patterson. He is the star of the game so far for Woodbury. What a great job by Patterson. Whoa, and Woodbury back on top 43-42.
Terrific play on both sides. It starts with Pritchett, the good defensive play, and McKinney, one of the fastest spins I might have ever seen young high school player make, and Patterson goes up and plays above the rim again.
Can't hit the foul shot again, though. Rebound by Knight. Paulsboro trailing by 1. They'll probably look for the final shot of the third. Woodbury has turned around a 10-point halftime deficit to lead by a point. And Patterson with a couple of huge plays here at the end of the third quarter. 14 seconds. Johnson fires no good. And Patterson again, a quick outlet. McKinney, it's slapped away. What a defensive play. They want goaltending in the Woodbury bench. Big time play. Oh!
That's a horrible no call right there. That ball definitely hit the backboard. That is a horrible no call. And Tom Bowe is beside himself right now, talking to Roach and Malloy.
Wow. Let's see the replay in this one, Shawn.
McKinney goes up. If this is off the glass, it's goaltend. Goaltend. No doubt about it.
A great hustle play by Knight, but it was goaltending. That'll do it for 3 exciting quarters. Don't go away. 43-42, Woodbury. Oh boy, we got a thrilling basketball opener at Woodbury High School. Woodbury 43, Paulsboro 42 after 3 quarters. Shawn Leary and Bob Shryock, and you saw that no-call goaltending at the end of the third period that got the Woodbury bench erupting in anger. But it's Woodbury's ball, and they trailed by 10 at the halftime. They lead by 1 now. Great third period for the Thundering Herd.
McKinney comes out and plays peacemaker. Gives the ref a handshake.
This shot from the corner, rebounded by Moore, Lance Moore of Paulsboro. Johnson on the wing now, played by McKinney. Woodbury still on the man-man. Good pass inside, turnaround, no good.
And now they're going to get Patterson for a push. I'm not trying to be critical or be
How many is that on
the rest, but I didn't see that call either.
How many is that on Patterson?
And they're going to get a push on Patterson here. And tell me where that push is.
Wow. Whoa. Paulsboro ball.
He pushed off his feet to get the rebound, but
rebounded by Stokes of Woodbury. Stolen away. Breakaway opportunity for Paulsboro. They get the layup. That's Spence. Paulsboro back in front, 44-43. We got a barn burner at Woodbury High School.
Well, you mean Johnson's known for being an offensive threat, but I've seen this kid play defense, and he is one of the better defenders in the Colonial Conference.
Schmidt has it stolen away. 2 straight steals. Johnson called for the travel. Now Paulsboro a little unhappy with that call, but I believe that was a correct call. 7:02 to go. 44-43. Red Raiders.
When your team's kind of has the momentum taken away from them like Paulsboro has, you want your best players to come up on the defensive end to make a play for you. And Yamin Johnson made 2 back-to-back.
Stokes out front with McKinney. Woodbury down by 1. Cross-court pass. Long three. Oh, missed. And it's Paulsboro basketball. Red Raiders up by 1. 6:45 to go, and what a great season opener. A lot of excitement. A couple of pretty good-looking basketball teams.
Remember, these games were blowouts last year. Paulsboro with a tremendous amount of talent last season. Woodbury very inexperienced.
Fall-away shot good by Johnson, the money player for Paulsboro. 46-43, now a little daylight. Raiders back up by 3 again. Good baseline move. Pass inside the Muse for the easy layup, and he's fouled. Great look from Pritchett. And Muse with a chance to complete the three-pointer and tie it again.
Well, I'm really enamored how these sophomores have come in early in the first half with Paulsboro's Samar games. But look at Pritchett here. Makes the good decision. Draws the defender to him. Sets up Muse, and the big guy finishes it off and has a chance again to tie this game.
And that was a great job by Muse too, Sean, as he ties it at 46. You know, waiting for the defense, getting the right position, taking his time, making the layup and getting fouled. Good play by Muse. Johnson twisting move, and he loses the handle, gets it back. Tied at 46, 6 minutes to play. Fence takes it in, no good. Good offensive board, and the basket by Johnson, taking over the game a little bit. 48-46, Paulsboro leading.
That means 6 foot, but he's one of the better jumpers in the gym.
Double team out front. Woodbury keeps possession. And losing it out of bounds is Pritchett, the sophomore who's played so well. 5:36 left, 2-point Paulsboro lead.
That's one of the few mistakes that young man has had in this game. He's played a terrific game, Pritchett. Now Woodbury needing his stop, down by 2.
Johnson wide open for the three.
You can't give him that.
Whoa, so smooth. 51-46, Johnson with pressure on, taking over a little bit. 51-46.
You can't give him that. Not from the top of the circle, because he will drain that.
Muse is fouled. Foul call against Lance Moore. Neither team shooting yet.
Patterson comes back into the game for Schmidt.
.5:10 to play. Woodbury down by 5. It's been a seesaw struggle. Muse, cross-court pass. Patterson back in the game. Stolen away.
Yeah, they're going to get Stokes. That's a good call. He was reaching in, trying to push off with that right hand.
Gaines inbounding for the Red Raiders, who are back up by 5 again after trailing by 1 at the end of 3. So they've outscored Woodbury 6 by 6 here in the fourth quarter.
Woodbury again staying in that man.
Johnson, who's taken over, misses this one. Muse, quick outlet pass. So nice job by Johnson getting back for that one. Johnson with a great hustle play after missing the shot on the other end.
That wasn't off McKinney. That was off a Paulsboro player. Tipped it out of his hand.
Timeout with 4:44 to play in the basketball game. At 51-46, Paulsboro leads. Couldn't ask for a much better high school opener for both schools, Paulsboro and Woodbury. Paulsboro leading by 5 with the ball and with 4:40 to play.
Well, this is everybody's first game, Bob. It's our first winter game. It's the officials' first game, players' first game. Everyone's a little rusty, I guess, today.
Patterson is going to get called for a reach-in. Is that his 5th? Boy, they'll miss him. Kean Patterson, who played beautifully for Woodbury with a reach-in foul that is 5th, and he'll come out of the basketball game. But I tell you what, he really played a good game.
And they're just going to get him there, and that's a good call. He reached in.
Yeah, you got to make that call. And that's one of those obvious calls. Anytime you see that, you're usually going to get a call from the official when they reach in like that.
And regardless of what happened earlier, if you thought that you shouldn't have got the foul, you've got to know it as a player in the game of not making sure that you don't pick up your 5th foul during this critical time.
Non-shooting foul, but Paulsboro with possession. Red Raiders up by 5 points. Woodbury will miss Patterson. He's a good player. Had a nice ball game.
Yeah, they're really going to miss his inside presence, being able to block shots and box out for rebounds.
Johnson gets a double team, looking for help. Finds it, turn around, in and out. Schmidt, important rebound for Woodbury. Woodbury needs a basket. They have gone a bit cold here in the last couple of minutes. Kenny thinks about the deep shot. Throws it away. It's Paulsboro ball. And a foul call against Woodbury. And they'll be shooting now.
With 7 fouls, Spence will go to the line.
So now the foul shots become important. Spence will shoot a 1-and-1. 3:58 to go. His team up by 5 points. Paulsboro has led by as many as 12 in this game, but trailed by 1 after the third quarter. Spence with a big free throw, 52-46. Nice job by Spence making both. And Paulsboro up by 7. So Woodbury, which has really been in a drought now the last couple of minutes, needs a basket. 3:50 to go. Hughes thought about the pass. Johnson takes it all the way in. No good. But foul call will keep the ball under the Paulsboro hoop. Or will that be a shooting foul?
Here's the foul here. Johnson's going to go coast to coast. Doesn't get it to drop. They get the reach. The hold actually on McKinney going up for the rebound. That wasn't a bad call either.
So Spence with another 1-and-1. He made 3 in a row, and they're big ones. He hits that front end of the 1-and-1, which is so vitally important at this stage of a basketball game. And boy, Paulsboro now back up by 8 points.
Well, they got 6 seniors on this team, including Spence.
Good job, but Spence with 4 straight free throws, and it's a 9-point game.
Ice water for his veins, Bob. The guy's hit some good free throws down the stretch.
Good cross court for the open shot by McKinney, but he misses. Put back by Muse, he misses. Good job by McKinney keeping it in play. 3-pointer by Pritchett, no good. Good hustle by Schmidt. McKinney open, they've had all kind of looks, but they can't make the shot. All of a sudden, lid on the hoop for Woodbury. And that's a Paulsboro foul. That's 7. That should be a shooting foul, but timeout. Timeout with 2:57 to play. And the Red Raiders of Paulsboro High School leading Woodbury 55-46. Tom Bowe, the head basketball coach at Woodbury High, works right across the street on Delaware as the Woodbury City Administrator. And of course Byron Dixon, a gentleman who is graduate of Paulsboro High School and went on to play at Holy Cross with Heisman Trophy candidate Gordy Lockbaum of Glassboro. He's been a long-time football and basketball assistant at his alma mater.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear him say he's been with Glenn Howard for 14 years now.
Nice young man, Byron Dixon. 2:57 to go, and Woodbury has really got a lid on the hoop in the last 4 minutes. The big foul shots coming up for Stokes. Spence hit those front ends of the 1-and-1 for Paulsboro. Now Stokes has to answer for the Thundering Herd.
Yeah, Spence did a nice job. 4 for 4. It's given Paulsboro this 9-point lead. And these are 2 important ones for Stokes. Of course, he's got to make the first one in 1-on-1 situation.
Nice job by the sophomore Stokes. They needed that one desperately. 55-47. Got to make these first parts of the 1-on-1s at this stage in the game.
He saw significant time as a freshman.
And gets the shooter's roll. 55-48. Now they need a defensive stop. Johnson gets it back and puts it in. Amin Johnson, 57-48.
That's the wrong way to try to stop him. You can't just swat at his feet and his hands.
Three-pointer hit by Muse to keep Woodbury close, 57-51. Spence hits the layup, the breakaway layup. That was a big one, 59-51, 2:30 to go. Schmidt turnaround, no good. Good position for the offensive rebound. And the foul call will send Stokes to the line for 2.
We're going to see Johnson here. Just watch. You can't go swatting at him, because that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Johnson, even though he gets a little lucky there, he's going to say he meant to do that. It looked like one of them N1 plays that you see on ESPN2, and gets through the defense. And as I said earlier, he's one of the terrific finishers on the fast break.
Stokes missed the first. He'll have one more.
Good shot by our cameraman. That was Mark Biteman on the camera.
So Stokes misses both this time, and a big rebound taken by Knight. Paulsboro by 8. Johnson misses a layup. Good putback though, no good. Kept in play by Gaines.
Gaines does a smart thing, kicking it back out to folks. Paulsboro up by 8. They just want to try and milk the clock with under 2 left.
Johnson, and a blocking foul call will send Johnson to the line. 1:47 to go. Paulsboro by 8. Their biggest lead has been 12.
Here they're just trying to get it back to Johnson. Stokes is called for the reach. That sends Johnson to the line. A lot of fouls called in this game, Bob.
Johnson with a 1-on-1. No good, and that's a miss, big miss. Stokes with the rebound. Pritchett.
In a game with these two rivals, you got to call it close. You don't want it to get out of hand.
Hughes from way out, no good. Nice rebound by Foles. Johnson, no good. Woodbury with the ball. Spence, good hustle. But it's Woodbury ball. 1:21 to go. Woodbury down by 8. So it's a 3-possession game, and we'll have a timeout. Not a bad season opener, Sean.
Not at all. Very exciting up and down. Some big plays, or big shots by both teams. I think that 3-pointer that put Paulsboro ahead by 5 here in the fourth quarter by Amin Johnson. It was an open look, and he drained it. Could be instrumental in this win.
So Byron Dixon looking for his first, well, sort of his first head coaching win, didn't he say?
Yeah, he said he's 2-0. Mike Ricci got ejected a couple of times, and Byron wanted to assure us that he's 2-0.
So he could be 3-0.
So yeah, he could
maybe if he hangs on, he could be
3-0 with an 8-point lead. He's looking good. What I like about Byron is he's a no-nonsense guy. He doesn't allow, he doesn't allow the kids to do anything disrespectful to themselves or to any of the fans or anything. He really keeps the team in check, and he tells it like it is. He's not a guy that's going to sugarcoat anything for you. So you always know where you stand with Byron.
Woodbury in almost a must-score situation in this possession, trailing by 8. Hughes in and out. Oh, Tough miss. Muse gets it back, goes up again, and he scores, and he's fouled. Nice follow by Brandon Muse of his own miss. And he has a chance to complete the three-pointer. It's 59-53. Woodbury not out of it.
Not by any stretch. Here he can cut it to 5. It'd be a 2-possession game. 1:05 left. They just got to keep the pressure defense and try to keep the ball out of Yamin Johnson's hands. They have to try and deny him the ball.
Muse, big foul shot. No good. And there's a big rebound by Folks. That's an over-the-back call. It'll be Woodbury ball. 1:01. Woodbury has time. A couple of three-pointers would tie it, so it's 2 possession at this juncture.
And you don't need a 3. Still plenty of time. 1:01 left. If you can get a good inside look, don't count that out if you're Woodbury.
McKinney, oh, look at this shot. Is redirected by Folks on a big defensive play. Put back. No good. Schmidt keeps it in play. McKinney drives down the lane. No good, but he's fouled. Nice job by Marvin McKinney. 43.1 seconds. McKinney will go to the line with the clock stopped and have a chance to make it a 4-point game.
Now McKinney, at his size, pound for pound, he's one of the toughest guys in Gloucester County. Takes the hard foul, gets himself to the line. Been a terrific athlete for Woodbury in these 4 years that he's been here.
Had a great senior football season too. One more from McKinney. It's 59-54.
I'd say pound for pound, Bob, he's one of the hardest hitters I've ever seen in high school football. He can really lay a lick on somebody off that cornerback spot. Now he's kidding with him. I thought it was because he always had to go up against his bigger cousin, Bryant.
Harpley with a rebound for Paulsboro. Wide open for the shot. And the basket good by Folks, the sophomore, 61-54. 32 seconds. Driving down the lane, no good. That's a...
And they're going to get Folks over the back.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious over the back, too.
They're going to send Chuck Smith, the senior, to the line. 26.8 down by 7.
Chuck Smith just in the game, 26.8, 7-point Paulsboro lead. Pressure on Smith, and he's good on his shot. They needed that one, 61-55, because it brings it back to a 2-possession game with a couple of threes. Good pressure job by Smith.
Now they got to try to either deny or go for the steal. And if you don't, then you have to foul.
And that'll send Johnson to the line. 23.6 seconds, 61-56. Johnson, if he makes both of these, then makes it a 3-possession game again. Mean Johnson has a chance to be one of the top players in South Jersey this year. Makes a big one here, 62-56. And he hits them both, 2 big ones, 63-56. Woodbury's going to have to shoot at least 1 3 here. Good shot, in and out.
Jump on. That gives Paulsboro possession now, 14.3 left, 7-point lead.
Johnson nearly has it taken away, still Red Raider ball. 11.3 seconds, it looks like Paulsboro is going to hang on. 63-56. Spence. Stokes, still to slow it up. That'll just about do it, 5 seconds. Spence, no, don't want to shoot. That's the ball game. Final score, Paulsboro 63 and Woodbury 56. Hard-fought Colonial Conference opener, and the Red Raiders win the first head coaching game for Byron Dixon. We'll be back with the interviews right after this. Final score, Paulsboro 63, Woodbury 56. Good opener for both teams in the Colonial Conference. Byron Scott with his first head coaching win today, but really, Byron, not your first head coaching win.
Now, first, Byron Dixon said Byron Scott. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is it's my third win. My first year coaching under Coach Ritchie. He was ejected, and I had to coach against Audubon and Woodbury, and I won both of those games. Well, we won both of those games, so this is actually my third game as a head coach.
I thought this was a real good opener for both teams, Byron.
Yeah, it was a little bit more excitement than we expected. I really thought that we would kind of pull away from them. This was more than an opener than you guys actually realized. We have never played with the lineup that we used on the floor tonight. When we went totally small, that's something that we hadn't done in either scrimmage that we had or in practice. So this was really an opener in that sense.
You had them pretty good at halftime by 10. They had a nice rally in the third quarter, but your kids really held together in the fourth.
Yeah, we went back to the small lineup at the start of the fourth quarter. We regained the lead, and the kids kind of played composed down towards the end, and we ended up pulling it out.
Yamin kind of took charge when he had to, but you had some young guys really step forward for you tonight, Byron.
Yes, obviously DeAndre Folks, like we talked about, Samar Gaines did a great job, better than expected, and actually Lance Moore played a lot today too. That was kind of unexpected.
Woodbury gave you a good basketball game. They're
Yeah.
a lot better team.
I give all the credit in the world to Woodbury. They came out and they fought from start to finish.
Okay, Byron, congratulations on that third win, right?
Thank you.
Okay, Byron. Okay.
Here with today's star of the game, Yamin Johnson. You dropped 27, but you told me you didn't play so well today.
Yeah. Well, it was alright. I mean, I had an alright game, but I didn't play so well. But we got a lot of stuff to work on in practice, you know what I mean? So we're going to start probably tomorrow, Saturday, you know what I mean, work on rebounding and getting on our jump shots. Our jump shots, we didn't shoot so well today. And we played alright defense, not so well. We can play much, much better. So, I mean,
You're the one key guy that comes back from last year's state final Behrens team. You got to try to make some guys better around you. Talking to the coach before the game, he says you got to kind of tone your game down a little bit to allow the other players to play with you instead of playing above them.
Yeah, I've been rushing. I rushed a couple shots today, you know what I'm saying? He always tells me calm down, meaning calm down, take control of the game, move the ball around, find open men, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I kind of, rush today, but the coach always tells me that, and I kind of get excited, and I start, you know what I'm saying, shooting. But I'm working on that during the season. You know what I'm saying, this first game of the season, we got, like 24 games left, so.
Obviously,
I gotta work on.
Obviously, Woodbury improved from last season.
Yeah.
But this has to be a nice win for you guys. Start off 1-0 against your rivals.
Yeah, it was a nice win. Woodbury does have everybody back they had last year. So look, we lost 4 seniors. I'm the only starter coming back. You know what I'm saying? This is these guys' first time getting on the court playing varsity. So, you know what I mean? It was tough for them. So, but like I said, it's the first game of the season. We got 24 games left. We should be all right, make the playoffs, and top contender in Group 1 title to me. Very confident.
Well, good luck to you. Congratulations, 27. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of you again this year.
Thank you.
Bob, Woodbury does a nice job coming into the game and establish themselves early. It was a fun game to do. You can see that it was an open game, the first game of the season for both squads. A little bit of turnovers here and there, a lot of fouls being called, a little sloppy, but it was a fun game. Up and down. You see how Woodbury has definitely improved from last season. And you could also see the drop-off from Paulsboro, which was expected after losing all the talent that they had. It should make the Colonial Conference middle of the pack. You should be able to find Paulsboro and Woodbury somewhere around there, and hopefully both teams can make the playoffs.
Well, Byron Dixon gave Woodbury a lot of credit. I think they're a much better basketball team this year, and they had Paulsboro in some trouble for a while. I think you're going to see a much improved Woodbury team, and Paulsboro with this great tradition, Shawn, I think they're going to be a contender in this league again.
There's no doubt.
Not only with Yamin Johnson there, but a good supporting cast as well. I thought it was a good opener. I really did. There were a lot of mistakes, but a very spirited opener.
Yeah, Paulsboro, you can see they have the athletes, Bob. They really have guys who can jump out of the gym. For Woodbury's side, they just can't get hurt. They're not really deep, but you got to like the play from both sophomores today. Gaines, who came off the bench for Paulsboro in the first half, and also Pritchett for the Woodbury side, who did a nice job giving them a spark. That's always important in Group 1 basketball. If you can get guys to come off the bench and contribute, you really should have a nice season. Because of the Group 1 small schools, you don't have so many guys to put out on the court.
Okay, good one. Nice working with you, Shawn, as always. want to apologize to Byron Dixon. I call him Byron Scott. It's not the first time I've done it on Comcast. He reminded me I did the same thing in 1987. Getting a little old here. But for Shawn Leary, this is Bob Shryock. Thanks for watching. Final score again, Paulsboro 63 and Woodbury 56.